Someone's motioning something sexual to me over there. He was like this.
Every other actress in Hollywood has a PR filter running at all times. Emily Blunt threw hers in the trash years ago and somehow got funnier because of it.
So what would you do?
I'd probably go for the balls, right?
This is Emily Blunt, completely unfiltered.
You like to touch the wood?
I love touching wood.
And you like to touch the wood 6 times?
Yeah, each. Every piece of wood I see.
How much wood do you say?
A lot.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate you on your wood-finding capabilities.
The thing about Emily Blunt is she always knows exactly where the line is. She just completely ignores it.
How sweaty are you right now?
Pretty sweaty, but only in spots.
Ooh, which spots? Come on.
Under the arms.
Crotch?
Yeah, when you said it was hot, I suppose it's hot as my balls.
It's hot as my balls. When you sweat, where do you tend to sweat from?
But nobody on this planet pulls out the most savage version of Emily Blunt quite like Dwayne Johnson does.
Welcome to the adventure of a lifetime.
No.
No, I didn't.
Where are you going? Oh no. What do you mean no? Oh no.
All right, enough product.
Anyway,
enough.
so
no, listen. The company's doing great, okay? You're doing great.
It gets better. Watch what happens when Dwayne Johnson starts announcing his follower count to the room like it means something.
guys, I don't count. Just the most followed American in the world.
Listen, it's gross. It's gross. Move on. Next question. So
I don't know. God delivered. I signed for it.
This is your new favorite, and do you notice it never quite gets a laugh?
No.
And she doesn't stop there. Somehow, Emily Blunt also manages to use Dwayne's ego against him and get him to pick up the tab for the entire restaurant.
Guys, I've got some amazing news. Good news is everything's on DJ today. Every shot, every bit of French toast, every jungle margarita, it's all on him for the whole day. Right, tits? All on you. Say yes and yes and yes.
Yes.
Just listen to her retell the story of trying to get a taxi in France as a British person who thought she spoke the language.
And you went, taxi, and I went, yes! And you went, taxi, is Simon English, Simon French?
Are your kids' friends impressed by what you do?
Not really.
No.
I mean, sometimes the parents try to sort of recruit them. And they're like, that's Mary Poppins. And I'm there in my sweatpants, and the kids are like, it's not. Like, really not. I hope it's not.
Watch her break down her first kiss experience in real time and make absolutely no effort to hide how traumatic it was.
Now, I'd heard about the concept of French kissing, but I thought, well, that sounds weird. Like, why would that be pleasurable or nice? And it wasn't. It was not at all. And it was just, I was just like horrified by the whole thing. And I just remember surreptitiously sort of like wiping my mouth afterwards. You know, it was just horrible.
Ashley slipped you the tongue.
Oh, massively. Well, not slipped. That sounds kind of delicate.
Clearly, that first kiss left some lasting damage. Because Emily Blunt has since developed very strong opinions about oral hygiene and is not shy about sharing them.
Shouldn't say you have bad breath. You just hand them a little Listerine.
Give a piece of gum.
Just a tube of gum.
But even Emily Blunt has her match. When a kid on set decided to test her focus right before a massive monologue, she completely fell apart.
And then before I had this mammoth monologue, I remember like really fast-paced monologue. I was just trying to focus for a second. They were like, okay, rolling. And Joel would be like, Emily, what do you get if you put the letter B in front of the word oobs? And I was like... And they were like, and action, and I was like...
Here is the thing that makes Emily Blunt actually special, beyond just saying wild things. She physically transforms into every single person she talks about. Watch.
Recovery room afterwards, and we had this amazing nurse who came in, and she looked at Hazel and she goes, damn, your baby is so cute. And I went, oh, really? She went, she is gorgeous. And I went, hey, Mabel, I think you say that to all the mothers. And she went, no, I don't. When I know a baby ugly, I say, you had a baby. So we went out for dinner at Chili. The girl who was serving me was enormous. And she comes up and she goes, did anyone ever tell you you look a lot like Emily Blunt? And I said, I have heard that, yes. And she went, are you Emily Blunt? And I went, yeah. And she went, what are y'all doing here? And then she was like, are y'all shooting a movie here? And I said, yeah, I'm shooting a film called Looper. And she went, Looper? And I went, yeah. And she went, y'all just made that up.
Are your kids getting your accent or are they getting your husband's accent?
Well, Hazel had my accent for a really long time and would say things like water, which I was really proud of. And then the other day she goes, can I have some water? And I went, it's water. And she was like, no, it's water.
And nobody is off limits when it comes to Emily's impressions. Not even Tom Cruise. She does him completely unprompted right in the middle of a stunt story.
And he looked at me and he goes, it's a challenge.
That impression makes complete sense. The moment you find out what actually happened on the set of Edge of Tomorrow, where Emily Blunt nearly killed Tom Cruise with a car.
I tear down this path and Tom's being very quiet behind me and suddenly I just hear him under his breath as I approach the right-hand turn. I hear him going, brake, 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 brake. Brake, 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 brake. Oh God, and brake, 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 brake. Oh, and brake the car. And I left it too late. And so drove us into a tree. And I almost killed Tom Cruise.
Oh my God, I can't believe this was even allowed to happen.
In my head, I was thinking, when I first heard him say break, in my head I went, oh, shut up, you know. As if I thought I knew more about stunt driving than Tom Cruise.
And Ryan Gosling found out the hard way at the 2024 Oscars that standing next to Emily Blunt is a contact sport.
Oh. Hello, Emily.
Wow. Bit of a frosty hello.
Not at all, no. I'm just happy that we can finally put this Barbenheimer rivalry behind us.
And the way this award season's turned out wasn't that much of a rivalry, so just let it go!
It's true. You guys are doing very well. Congratulations.
Thanks.
But you know, I think I kind of figured out why they call it Barbenheimer and they didn't call it Oppen Barbie.
Why?
Well, I think you guys are at the tail end of that because you were riding Barbie's coattails all summer.
All right, mister, I need to paint my abs on to get nominated. You don't see Robert Downey doing that.
You're kidding.
Robert Downey did not paint his abs on.
This is insane, Emily. This has got to stop. We have to squash this.
But nothing in this entire video captures what Emily Blunt is as a human being, quite like the moment she walked onto Conan's show and decided, completely unprovoked, to ask him the most personal question imaginable.
I was saying, like, is it just unbelievably painful for a guy when you get kneed or punched in the balls or anything like that? And he was like, it's like unbelievable. Like, you can't compare it to getting punched in the boob. It doesn't compare. Because I was like, well, surely it's probably the same if I get punched in the tit or something. And he was like, not at all the same. And then he said something which I found very interesting, that he said, I think it would be more painful. I can't believe I'm talking about this, and I want to ask you if this is true. More painful sometimes, like a tap on the ball might be as painful as a punch in the ball. Is this true?
I'm glad you asked.
What is Dwayne's signature wrestling move? Is it A, the man's shoulder? Is it B, the people's elbow? Or is it C, the gentleman's reach around?
Well, it's the people's elbow.
No, it's got to be C. It's actually
It's
C.
not there, the people's elbow.
No, it's right in the crotch.
No, it's
That's
not.
where he lands it
Balls.
every time.
Hey, Jack, could you show us what the C looks like? What
Can you just show us the gentleman's reach
I don't know what it is. What is the gentleman's
Show us,
reach around?
Jack. Wow! Underneath? Through the legs.
Sometimes it is not even a story or an impression. Sometimes Emily Blunt just opens her mouth, picks the exact wrong word at the exact right moment, and the whole room collapses.
Because you had to be semi-naked or
Yes.
nearly naked with it.
Yeah, which is mortifying, obviously, having to do any of those scenes. But, I mean, it was distracting doing it with someone like Tom Hanks, who I've grown up watching, and all I could think of was like Splash and Big, and oh no, I shouldn't say that.
You don't want to think of that.
STFU, which is kind of unpicked by a poster you guys.
STFU.
STFU.
Shut. We mustn't say it.
Very rude, BBC.
BBC, keep it fresh.
I think you told me that when your mom met Ryan, she was quite smitten by him.
She was like, look very nice in that white suit. I was like, all right.
It is weird, like how
I was like, you're at a 10 on the creep factor right now, okay?
Just listen to her casually admit on camera that she nearly became a pop star, had to learn to dance, completely failed at it, and then got talked out of the whole thing by Judi Dench.
I could have been Britney.
You could have been Britney.
You could be a pop star. I said, I can't dance. They said, don't worry about it. We'll teach you. It didn't work. I tried to learn. My first job was with Judi Dench. I went to her for advice because I was really, really nervous about this career that I didn't know was right for me. I didn't think was right for me. And she said, oh no, darling, you can't do both.
I see. How many songs did you record?
Do you want to know the name of one of them?
Yes, very much.
Ring it up.
All right, Emily, last question. How do you think this interview went?
I think it went really well. But next time, bore someone else with your questions.